The shadows dance. Eliza clutched the worn leather pouch tighter to her chest, the weight of it both a comfort and a burden. Inside, nestled against her racing heart, lay the only remaining piece of her past, a tarnished silver locket containing a faded portrait of a woman with eyes the same shade of endless blue as her own. It was the sole clue to her identity, an identity stolen from her the night the orphanage burned, taking with it any memory of her life before. Eliza swallowed, her throat dry. "Yes?" she managed, her voice barely a whisper. I need to know who I am." The shadow broker chuckled, a dry, hollow sound. "Knowledge has a price, child. Are you willing to pay it?" Eliza hesitated. What price could he possibly ask for? Yet, the yearning for her past, for the truth of her existence, outweighed any fear. "Yes," she said, her voice gaining strength. "I'll pay any price." The shadow broker's smile, if it could be called that, widened in the darkness. "Then let the dance begin." Tonight, though, the locket served another purpose. Tonight, it was her key to the shadow's dance. The dance was a whispered legend, spoken of in hushed tones by the city's outcasts. A gathering of shadows, they called it, where fortunes were made and lost, where secrets were bought and sold, and where those with nothing left to lose could gamble their way to a new life. Eliza, with her empty pockets and emptier past, had nothing left to lose. Following the cryptic instructions from a ragged old woman who seemed to materialize from the fog itself, Eliza found herself before a crumbling brick wall. A single rusty iron gate stood ajar, its shadow stretching towards her like a beckoning hand. Taking a deep breath, she stepped through, the gate groaning shut behind her with a finality that sent shivers down her spine. She found herself in a courtyard shrouded in an unnatural darkness. The air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient and unsettling. Figures moved in the gloom, their faces obscured by masks of bone and leather, their forms shifting like smoke in the flickering light of torches. The only sound was a low rhythmic chanting that seemed to vibrate through the very stones beneath her feet. Eliza's heart pounded against her ribs like a trapped bird. Fear threatened to consume her, but the desperation that had led her here burned even brighter. She clutched the locket, drawing strength from its cold touch, and stepped forward into the darkness. As she entered the circle of shadows, the chanting grew louder, the figures parting to make way for her. In the center, a tall, cloaked figure stood before a stone altar, its face hidden within the depths of its hood. This was the shadow broker, the orchestrator of this macabre dance. Eliza approached the altar, her steps echoing in the sudden silence. The shadow broker extended a hand, its fingers long and skeletal, and gestured for the locket. With trembling hands, she placed it on the cold stone. A low hum filled the air as the shadow broker examined the locket, his unseen eyes seeming to pierce through Eliza. "A lost soul," he rasped, his voice like the rustling of dry leaves. "Seeking answers, seeking a path."